How utterly hopeless I had felt the day that a draft notice finally appeared in our mailbox. That night, I lay awake for long hours thinking of where I could hide myself so I would not have to become a German soldier. I knew it was hopeless. That perfect place where I could be taken in, fed, and kept warm and safe while all of Europe tried to annihilate itself did not, unfortunately, exist. Most portrayals of Nazis and the Nazi soldiers are of cold-blooded, heartless men and women who did atrocious things to the Jewish population and to their enemies. But this memoir shows a more human side of war, and the human side of at least one, if not more, of the German soldiers who may not have had a choice to join the army. Georg Rauch could have become an officer, but he chose not to, because he did not want to be in control of sending other men off to fight, and to possibly die in a war that he did not fully believe in. With his skills as a radio and telegraph officer, he could have picked almost anything other than Army infantry when he was first drafted. But he didn't, because he wanted to feel like he had some control over his own skills and ability to survive. Was it his refusal to become an army officer, or was it the fact that he's a quarter Jewish that got Georg sent to the front lines of Russia? Possibly, but throughout it all, he had heart and a will to survive. This is a memoir of a young man who survived the harsh conditions of the Russian front lines and who was a prisoner of war. A young man who survived a long journey back to Germany, all while hoping to find his family alive and his home intact. A young man who 70 years after the war challenges us to see him as an individual and not just as a member of the German army. Whose story challenges us to see soldiers, enemies, and civilians as people and individuals too. An Unlikely Warrior, a Jewish soldier in Hitler's army by Georg Rauch, lovingly translated by his wife, Phyllis Rauch.